Elfyn, you came through stage 3 and it was clear at the stop line that something wasn't right. What happened in that stage?
Yeah, everything was fine, but then in a fast place, we had quite a bad compression through a dip, quite unexpected to be as strong as it was, but unfortunately it's damaged something on the water system, so we can't go any further, unfortunately.
Had you noted anything there on the recce? Was there anything unusual about that dip?
No, we've been through it many times actually in both directions. We know it's not nothing, but normally not a problem, but clearly not the case this year.
We've had a look at the back of the car. Clearly the sump guard is badly damaged. It was quite an impact.
Yeah, it was. So yeah, it's clear why there was damage.
So you mentioned the water system there. There's a little bit of oil there. Any concerns about the engine?
I don't know. The guys are going to have to look. I think we try to manage the temperature as best we can, but it's always difficult to know what's really going on. So until we get back to service, it's hard to say.
How far did you have to drive after the impact to get to the end of the stage?
10, 12 k's or something, so it was a while.
Obviously as soon as the first warning came up, which was, maybe a kilometre or 2 kilometres after the impact that we were talking about, and with this specific warning, there can be a couple of different scenarios. You could be losing a little bit of pressure or a little bit of fluid, or you could be losing a lot, and that's what you really can't tell from inside the car. The next thing to look out for is increase in temperatures. This is something that we didn't have, and this is something that I was keeping an eye on, counting down the kilometres we had to go, and just trying to think as well what the possibilities could be. But sometimes there's not the sensors, or the sensors are maybe not going to be perfectly accurate depending on whether you've got fluid or not. So, but there's no chance to really know that in the car. And so we the decision we did was that we knew we had this pressure alarm, but all the temperatures were okay.
What was your priority at this point? Because it's an awful lot to deal with. You're still looking at and reading the notes. You're having to watch the monitors, work out what the monitors mean. How tricky is it to combine all those things and actually still stay on top of the situation?
Yeah, extremely difficult, and that's what maybe experience counts for, and and learning from experiences in the past. So there's a lot going on, and you're trying to think about what the car's doing and how far to go, what the itinerary is like, whether we've got a service after. All these type of things are going through your mind, but there's things like that you can prepare for even before you start the stage. If I have a puncture, or if I have this or that, then what is the strategy? So there's things you can you're always trying to predict the unpredicted in this sport, but you can't cover every aspect, and when something does go wrong, it's obviously important to stay calm and just try and do the best thing for the duration of the rally. What might seem the best thing to finish the stage, the one you're on, could end the rally completely. So you have to have that, that calmness to think about the whole rally as a whole, because you need to get to the finish, which is the main thing, which is what we were trying to do.